Spin Master Mugen.
The Blinkumentary. A documentary was being made about well-known pop-punk band Blink-182's comeback and their upcoming tour. It was being produced by Handsome Ransom. The release of the documentary was delayed several times by the band to include footage from subsequent tours. However, it would go through a series of delays before its eventual cancellation. The first two trailers were released in 2009. The 2011 music video for Wishing Well was comprised of tour footage from the documentary. A final cut of the documentary was screened for the band and representatives from their label on February 3, 2012. In 2012, the documentary was awaiting a confirmed release from label higher-ups. In 2013, the continued lack of release for the Blinkumentary was attributed by Handsome Ransom Haven Lamoureux as a band issue. Later that year, the band's singer/guitarist Tom DeLonge had claimed the documentary wasn't being released due to being outdated, but in 2014 said it would eventually get some kind of a release. As of 2016, Lamoureux claims that the band decided not to release the documentary. Speculation as to why the documentary's release was cancelled has varied, from band member conflict to the record label Interscope not wanting them to release it. Band member conflicts would see Tom DeLonge be removed from the band in 2015 and be replaced with Alkaline frontman Matt Skiba. Screener DVDs existed at some point, but the documentary itself hasn't been leaked. Tom DeLonge had announced that he would be rejoining Blink-182 officially in October of 2022. The band's current willingness to release the documentary is unknown. A clip from the Blinkumentary was released by Handsome Ransom co-producer Matt Edwards on Vimeo back in 2012, but it was found by fans in 2016. It was tour footage B-roll that was shown on the Tom DeLonge episode of the 2016 Reborn docuseries which Lamoureux directed. Cat Dog: Saving Mean Bob. Cat Dog is a Nickelodeon animated series that aired from April 4, 1998 to June 15, 2005. The show was about two conjoined siblings, Cat, the clever schemer, and Dog, the dopey happy one. They're constantly at odds with each other, and it usually ends with Dog towing Cat along after a garbage truck. A planned PS1 game was in the works before being cancelled. Not much is known other than Robert Lamoureux had worked on it at the same time as the PC game Quest for the Golden Fire Hydrant. It was originally going to be published by Hasbro Interactive, who released Quest for the Golden Fire Hydrant. Only a few screenshots exist, as well as an ad in a Nickelodeon magazine. Kurt Angle vs. Owen Hart. Kurt and Owen are both regarded as being some of the best, most respected, and well-loved wrestlers in professional wrestling history. Owen Hart was a well-known member of the Hart family, a famous wrestling family that all hail from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. At the time, he was trying to find his place in the WWF during the famous Attitude Era, an era regarded by many fans as being the greatest period for professional wrestling. An era of edgy characters, humor, and storylines aimed at older audiences. Meanwhile, Kurt Angle, an Olympic gold medalist winner in the 1996 Olympics, had signed with the WWF back in August 1998. He looked like an extremely promising prospect after spending time being trained by Dory Funk Jr., and he began competing in dark matches in April of '99, onwards up to his eventual Survivor Series pay-per-view debut in November of that same year. The match had taken place before the May 10, 1999 edition of Monday Night Raw and filmed before Shotgun Saturday Night. According to Aldo of DDT's Digest, Angle's match was acceptable, but he would require additional polish before he could be showcased on television. He deemed it as a cookie-cutter WCW Monday Nitro or WCW Thunder match. Owen, however, was very impressed and told a young and up-and-coming Kurt Angle that he'd be a future world champion. Kurt would go on to defeat The Rock at WWF's No Mercy 2000 for the WWF Championship and would go on to have one of the most legendary runs in professional wrestling history. Sadly, Owen Hart would tragically pass away due to an accident at Over the Edge 1999. That footage is also considered lost. Some of Angle's matches have been published, but like many dark matches, they are never intended to be released. However, no footage of Angle vs. Hart has been released. The chances of it ever being released are slim due to WWE's deal with NBC, which gave Peacock full acquisition over the WWE network. The WWE are more focused on meeting NBC standards than releasing old material.